Hello. Happy Monday. This week is going to be just really quick. I just want to highlight something that I have talked about in the past with regard to, manifesting things into your life, getting things that you want into your life, and how this one little trick can really help you. So hello, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jane. I mean, I say this every week, but if you've been back before, hello, I'm really glad you've come back. If you're new, welcome. I'm glad you found your way here. I'm just going to talk about a little mindset manifesting type trick today. It's going to be really quick. Just something that I've been teaching my two girls recently, and it actually was put to the test this week in quite a big way and worked. Doesn't always work this quick, but it can, and that's why I wanted to kind of talk about it this morning. So my 14-year-old, like all 14-year-olds, is very much wanting to have, all the latest things, the latest trends, the latest whatevers. And she had an old hand-me-down iPhone. It was an iPhone 8, I think. iPhone 7, iPhone 8, I don't know, but it was old. It's like, she tells me that this phone is like, 12 years old, 10, 12 years old. And it had been like, losing battery, doing all those things that it does, being old and well used. It was my husband's. He'd got it through work. He then, got his new upgraded phone, passed the phone on to her, and, all of that stuff. So very old, very well used, lasted a long time, brilliant phone. But of course it's starting to, not do so well, and she wants a new one. And so I kind of said to her, I'm not buying you an iPhone. Like, they're thousands of dollars. I'm not buying you an iPhone. So if you want a new phone, you're going to have to, lower your standards a little bit, lower, come down to meet the price range. I'm not buying you like a $2,000 phone. She didn't want that, obviously, because she's 14, and so she was like, right, well, I'm going to find one. I'm going to manifest myself an iPhone. I'm going to get it. It's going to be like a second-hand one, but it's going to be like new. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be what I want. So I'm like, all right. What's your price range for this miraculous manifestation? She was like, $350. So I'm like, okay. So have you looked on the second-hand stores? All of these phones, the sort that you're asking about, the sort that you're wanting, they're not $350. Like, you're probably looking at six at the absolute rock bottom. And she's like, no, my budget is $350. That's what we're going to spend. That's it. That I'm going to find one and I'm going to do it. So I'm like, all right. So you know what to do. Put your mind into it. Start looking. You can't manifest this thing into your life unless you do the work. So she's learned enough from me now that she has to do her bit. So her bit was get really specific about the type of phone I want. What model is it? What amount of storage has it got? What colour do I want it to be? Where do I want it to be located? All of these kind of things. So she starts, right, I want an iPhone. First of all, she started with, I want an iPhone 11. That was her thing. She said, I really want an iPhone 12, but I know I'm not going to get one of them for my price range. So I'm going to go for an iPhone 11 because, they're good phones. So she starts saying, I want this iPhone 11. I want it to be either black or white. It's got to be located in Christchurch so we can go and pick it up. It's got to be this price range and it's got to be over 64 gigs because anything that's like that kind won't be able to hold all my stuff on the phone. So I'm like, all right. So you've got the specifics, start looking for it, do your bit, like follow the breadcrumbs. You've got this outcome now in your mind of what you want. Follow the breadcrumbs, let's find the phone. So she starts looking on all these second-hand websites on, Facebook Marketplace and Trade Me and eBay type scenarios over here in New Zealand. And she starts coming up against the fact that this phone that she wants is not going to be $350. If they are that price, they're scams. Basically, she'd email somebody, message somebody about something, and she'd get this instant like botty scammy reply and like, I promise that I'm not a scammer, send me the money now and I promise I'll send you the phone. And we were like, nope, no, that is not going to happen. So I said to her, look, you're not specific enough about this phone. You keep saying, I want an iPhone 12, but I'm going to buy an iPhone 11. So it's like, you know what you need to do? Let's go and let's actually go into a shop and let's imagine yourself with this phone. Walk into the shop, imagine it in your hands, feel it, touch it, get it real, make it big. Because I sort of said to, one of the things that I teach people is if you want a new car, go and test drive the car. If you want a new house, go to some open homes and walk around these type of houses that you want. This should be no different. So off we trot to the local shop that, sells electronics and iPhones and things. And there is not one iPhone 11 to be found in this shop at all. The only things you can pick up is an iPhone 12. And it's black. And she went, okay, this is going to be my phone. I still only want to pay $350 though. So I'm like, okay, so now we're specific about the phone. She spent a good 20 minutes in that shop, just holding it, just touching it, feeling it, getting to grips with it, knowing, visualizing this being her phone. This is the one she wants. This is how it's going to be. The very next day, we see a phone exactly the same as that one that she had been spending time with in the shop. Now she'd got clear, exactly the same, in Christchurch, but over our price range. But she was like, no, I can tell that this person selling this phone isn't a scammer. I can tell that this is my phone. I know that this is my phone with certainty. I know it's over my price range, but I know I can get it. So she was absolutely adamant and clear that she could have it. She was putting all these things in practice. So long story short, we haggled the price down and she picked up the phone yesterday, $350. Exactly the same phone. Once she'd got clear, once she'd got specific, once she'd held it in her hand and spent time visualizing this phone. So that is manifesting 101 at its absolute greatest. Figure out what it is that you want. Be specific about it. Fill in the detail, colour the black and white, know the model, the make, the colour, the type, the price, the location of whatever it is. Know it with certainty, then go and spend time with that thing, in that thing, researching that thing. It might be a holiday, it might be a phone, might be a car, might be a house, might be a location, could be anywhere, but you have to have it, physically have it, or put yourself in that place within your mind. And then you have to have complete and utter certainty that that thing you want is going to be yours. And then you need to sit back, let the universe work its magic, never lose the faith, never lose sight of the thing that you want, be totally unwavering in your belief that you're allowed to have it, and you will get it. And that is my lesson for this week. And I know that, the bit about the phone was a bit, higgledy-piggledy, but if you can take away the steps, the be specific, the visualizing, the go and feel it, go and actually put yourself with the thing that you want, because that's the trick that worked for my daughter, right? Until she'd actually gone into that shop, figured out what it was she wanted, knew the exact model. She didn't just have this black and white idea. She had filled in all of the details. She'd put it in glorious Technicolor. She'd held it and knew without a shadow of a doubt that that was the one she wanted. That is when it appeared. So if there's any greyness, if there's any airy-fairiness, if there's anything around your dreams, your wants, your manifestations that aren't clear, that aren't concise, that aren't coloured in, you need to do the work. You need to actually get rid of all of the grey areas, all of the doubt, all of the bits that you're not sure of, and literally get so concise that you allow then the universe to do its job and actually start bringing you the things that you're asking for, showing you the breadcrumbs, giving you the trail of things that you then need to follow and do your part to get to the thing that you want. So that, in a nutshell, is my story about my daughter finding a $350 iPhone 12. iPhone 12. $350. It is like new. It's not got a scratch on it. This thing has been so well looked after. The battery life is something like 90%, which is like, it's brand new. This phone is literally pretty much brand new. It was in the location we wanted. It was what we wanted. It was the price we wanted. It was the thing we wanted. It was the colour she wanted. It was the storage she wanted. It was literally everything. So when you get clear, when you get specific, that is how easy it gets to be. So that is what I wanted to share with you for this week. Yeah, put it to the test. See if you can bring something into your life that you actually want to by using the method that I've talked about, that my daughter talked about this week. She is a master manifester, I have to say. She is like literally, when we look back at some of the things that she has called into her life and our lives, literally, I never want her to lose sight of the magic of what she's got. She is just, she thinks about something and then it's like, yeah, okay, I'm having that, I'm having that. She manifested our kitten. So Bianca, who you may see in another video from, you know, about a year ago, we had Bianca in the video. She literally, she said, I want this kitten. I want it to be a girl. I want it to have brown eyes. I want it to be black and white, fluffy but not too fluffy. It needs to be more white than black. I want it to have pink paws. And I'm like, hang on, this is a cat. You're never going to get all of these things. Anyway, off I trot to the RSPCA. What is sat in front of me? This exact cat. Literally every single detail. So yeah, if my daughter can do it, so can you. So go off, use these techniques, see how you get on, let me know how it goes, and if you need any help, pop them in the comments and I can help you. But that is my story for this week about how my daughter manifested the exact iPhone that she wanted. So you go and do the same thing. Off you go, do the same thing. Let me know how you get on, and I will see you next week. Okay, bye.